about John Studd? You got to work a little bit with him.
Yeah, I like John. John was a good guy. He's one of the good people in the business. You know, he broke my heart too when he passed away a little bit. I liked him. He was good. But I used to tell him all the time, John, he used to take these growth hormones or something. I said, what are you doing that for? You're a giant already, man. His thing was in his head, he wanted to be bigger than Andre. So it ain't going to happen.
All right.
So why kill yourself, you know?
What about Herc? You worked a little bit with Hercules.
Yeah, Hercules was a good guy.
I remember Hercules. Swinging with the chain.
Good guy, super guy. I enjoyed working with him. I knew him from Japan also.
Right.
And he was like almost like a brother to Hogan, you know. But he was good people. He wasn't that talented, though, but he was good.
Ronnie Garvin and his chops. Any stories there?
Oh yeah. When they told me I'm working with Ronnie the next night, he's in the babyface locker room. I walked out the locker room, went over to the babyface locker room, and I said, Ronnie, I understand you and I are working tomorrow. Oh yeah. Piece of advice. What's that? Leave the chops in the locker room. What? I said, leave the chops in the locker room. I'm not gonna say it again. I walked out. So Earl Hebner was sitting in there playing cards. He couldn't believe it. Did you hear what Ben said, Ronnie, man? I meant it too. You give me one of those chops, you're going to get this right across the chops.
Did you have a pretty good rep in the locker room as far as being a tough guy?
I think the guys thought that. I don't know why, you know, but I was a no-nonsense guy. I didn't mess around. I didn't rib you. You didn't rib me. I come in to do my job, make money. You let me make my money and go on about my business. But don't start up with me in the ring, because then you're going to have trouble.
Bad news
you
was
think
me.
Haku was the toughest, probably?
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. All those guys from the islands, they were all tough. Peter Maivia, the Samoans, they like to fight, you know. I used to enjoy being with those guys, and they'd call me brother, come on, let's go. And no, I ain't going out with you guys. Because you're going to go out and get in a fight, and we'll all wind up in jail. No way.
I don't get locked up.
Were you there when Jacques and Dynamite got their fight?
Yeah, I was there. I actually helped to break it up. I was sitting in the locker room, and we were doing TV at the time. And everybody came in to eat lunch. And then I saw Tommy. We were all, actually, it was Tommy, Pat Patterson, Haku was there, and myself. We were the last ones in the dining room. And then I seen Pat get up and leave. And it was Haku, him, Dynamite, myself. And so we're there shooting the breeze.
Yeah,
Haku, Dynamite says, okay, I got to go do some interviews.
Haku had to have been around back then. I was watching the old Survivor series. Back when he was teamed with Tonga Kid. So he was way back there, because that was mid '80s or late '80s, something like that. Because I remember that Bad News and Brett had that feud about the what was it, the Royal Rumble or Battle Royal, and I don't know if it was Brett or Bad News. One of them is smashed up the trophy, and they got into it about that. I remember that he took that trophy and smashed it on the ground. Huh? Never forget that.
Because that day I didn't have to do it. I said, okay, fine. So he left, and I'm talking to Haku, and I hear this ruckus out in the hallway. I said, what the hell's going on? I come out there, and I see Tommy. He's a bloody mess, and he didn't go off his feet, but he's like saying, I grabbed him. And then I looked over, and I seen the biggest Rougeau brother came at him, and I said, you even come near him, I'll kill you right now, you know. And his brother came around, and I grabbed him and threw him up against the wall. I said, get the hell out of here. And I took Tommy, and I said, come on, let's go to the bathroom. We got to clean you up. So I took him in the bathroom. He was just a bloody mess. They hit him with knuckle busters, right? So we get in there, and I start cleaning him up. And I take his lip up, and he had this ugly gash in his lip, you know. And he says, I saw, man, you're going to have to go to the hospital. This don't look good. So then Davey heard about it. He come running up. He came in the locker room, and he found me, and Hogan and them came in there, because apparently they were in talking to Vince. Well, so these two ran down there and beat them, they're going to kill us, you know. I said, who's going to kill you? Everybody, you know. So they came in there.
Who's going to kill you?
So,
let me get that back. That was funny. Let me get that back.
They're going to kill us. He found me, and Hogan and them came in there, because apparently they were in talking to Vince. Well, so these two ran down there and beat them, they're going to kill us, you know. I said, who's going to kill you? Everybody, you know. They came in there, and they came and they found us.
Oh, trying to get away.
So he got mad. He wanted to go back there, and he knocked a few of his teeth out, right? So I said, no. I said, look, first thing, we got to get him some medical care. So you take him to the hospital, we'll take care of these guys. You know, so I came down there. I actually went down. I was going down to look for him, but they took off and disappeared. So they took him to the hospital. He came back from the hospital, and of course now everybody got wind of what happened. They were all pissed off because nobody liked the Rougeaus anyway, right? So they were really in deep crack.
Right.
So they took off. So Vince sent him home. They sent Dynamite home, and they were gone for like a week. And the Rougeaus came. The first day back was on a show that I was on, and they walked in the locker room and they shook everybody's hand. And I'm putting on my boots, and the one comes around me, the tall one, and he sticks his hand out, and he says, "Hey, Ben, how's it going?" And he stick his hand out, and shake at me, and I looked at him and said, "Get the fuck away from me." So I don't like what you did. Just get away from me right now, you know. And they just
Yeah, he don't
You don't
forget
think
nothing.
this
That
deserved
pissed
what
him
they
off.
did to Jacques?
no way, shape, or form.
Okay.
No way, shape, or form. What they did to Dynamite?
Yeah, I mean, from what happened with Jacques first, wasn't it like a receipt or something?
Well, yeah, because you know, and Tommy and them brought it on themselves too, because they used to rib everybody.
Right,
you know?
right.
But I was on the show that somebody screwed up their gear, and they blamed Dynamite and them for it, and they didn't do it.
Right.
Because they actually left before these guys even got there. So they didn't do it. So this time they were innocent, which most times they weren't. Most times they did something to somebody, you'd always go, it was Dynamite or Davey, we know they did it. So it wasn't, you know, and they had an altercation, he beat the crap out of the little one, it was between them, and I didn't like what they pulled. Right? And I still say to this day, until they prove different, Pat Patterson was in on it. Because you don't jump somebody when your boss is standing there. You don't do that.
About jumping somebody in front of the boss. That's balls there, because he could have fired you right there. But this prank, this prank business though, like what did they say one time? Taking a crap in somebody's bag. That ain't funny. Ain't nothing funny about that. Now somebody walking across the room and you dump some ice water on their head, okay, but not taking a crap and pissing in somebody's bag. That ain't funny, man.